So hi friends, welcome to ETFs for all. So first of all, a disclaimer. I am not a SEBI registered analyst. The opinions in this video are my own and they are mostly intended to provide information and for your knowledge only. And whatever this is provided should not be a base point for you to make any investment decision or strategy. So please do your own due diligence and your own analysis before making any investment or trade, because investments are subject to market risk and market directions. So having said that, let us begin our video. So the main goal of this video is to analyze the two banking ETFs, the chart analysis, what do they constitute of. So when we talk about banking sector ETFs, there are two major banking ETFs, which is the PSUBNKBEES and the BANKBEES. The reason why we consider these two ETFs is because of the volume. As you can see, the PSUBNKBEES has around 18,55,000, that is as of today, the volume. And similarly on the BANKBEES, there was a 17,53,000 trades happening. So let us start with PSUBNKBEES. What are its constituents and how is the chart and what are all the patterns currently? So PSUBNKBEES mainly consists of all the PSU, the public sector undertaking banks. The major weightage is of SBI, that is around 33.83. Then Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank and Punjab National Bank. So if you can see, the top 3 to 4 banks have the highest weightage here. So whenever you are buying PSUBNKBEES ETF, it is as good as investing in these banks. Let us move on to the chart analysis. So I have taken the daily chart. The blue line that you see here is the 200 exponential moving average. Currently, the PSUBNKBEES is trading at around 70.32. The RSI you can see is at 33. Now, over a year of time, this has been trading in a zone. If I could mark by horizontal lines, so here I am going to mark it on a rectangular shape just because of a zone. I could not make it exactly horizontal, but yes, let me get this down a bit. Yes, okay. So overall, if you see, right, I'll stretch this zone as well. It has been trading in this particular zone, which is from 70 to 81 rupees. So when I say ETFs are cyclical, the meaning is this. So this candlestick pattern that you see is always trading between the zones, with the exception of 1 or 2 here. And currently it has tested this particular support almost 2 times. Now I will switch over to the weekly time zone in the chart. So in the weekly that you see, it is extended much more from the 200-day moving average. Okay, I can see a strong zone here which is around 65. Okay, so this daily zone I will take out for now. I don't need this. But then what I believe is the price can come at these levels, that is from, let's say, 65, 66 to 62, and that would be the best time when we can think of entering this particular. That is probably the best way when I would go into a trade when the price comes near 65. But for now, if I have to invest, I will have a very minuscule amount. Okay, in terms of the returns, switching the chart to monthly. So if I have to consider past 2 years of returns, okay, from July 2022, it has given to the peak, it has given 200%, but as of now, if we say around 160% of returns so far, had we done any SIP regularly into it. Okay. Now, let us consider a year's return here from this particular point to the peak. So it has given around 50-60%, but as of now you can see 27 to 30% of returns. Okay, now this was about the PSUBNKBEES. Moving on to the next one, which is BANKBEES. You can see the major constituents are the big banks that are operating, including the private banks and also a mix of some government owned banks. So majorly HDFC, ICICI, State Bank of India and Kotak Mahindra Axis, they have the higher stakes. If you just combine all of them, it will be close to 70. So when you invest in BANKBEES ETF, you are investing indirectly in these particular stocks. Now what happens is, when let's say the performance of Kotak Bank goes down, for example, and ICICI or let's say Axis performs exponentially, based on that ratio, right, the entire ETF will be placed. Now let's say a Bank of Baroda or let's say IDFC First Bank falls down or Canara Bank falls down, so it's 2%. Okay, in the similarly, if State Bank rises, then this will pull the entire ETF off. So that is why ETF is like a basket wherein you can invest here and then see greater results. And the nature of cyclical, that when I say it being cyclical is that, let me switch to this particular day view, is it operates in the form of a cycle, goes down, comes back, goes down, comes back, right? If I have to switch it to a line, you can see it moves in a cycle, right? Falls down, comes back. So that is because of the way different constituents progress. Some may go down, some may go up, and in the longer run, it is, from the history, it is seen that it is consistently progressing as our markets progress. Okay, now coming on to the chart of the BANKBEES, RSI is at 33. You can see here also there is a zone from where it has previously in the past taken a big leap and came down and again came up, and currently also it is at the same. You can see the 200-day EMA acting as a magnet when the price goes far away and coming back, and from there taking a first bounce, and then after that it is broken, right? So overall, if you see, this is also in a sideways for now. I'm switching to the weekly view. Weekly view is also higher highs. Let me go on to the monthly time frame, and if I have to see a ideal zone that falls around 500, so currently it is at 510, so this particular zone would be in the best. Let me mark that zone. So the zone from 500, the zone from 500 to 504, that is one particular zone here. 495 to 500, that is the best zone from where the price may go up, or if it has to come back and catch the EMA, then I can see somewhere around 490, 480, this levels. Sometimes the price keeps on continuing up from here based on that pattern. So the projection can be going like this, or it can have a sideways kind of path, a little bit sideways around. and then it can travel, but I don't see it falling so further. But I think sideways would be one of the way, right? But then so far, since it's cyclical, we like I would be not investing right now. I would wait for it to fall onto 500. I will have an alert here, and then at 500 I may execute this order. Yeah. So just to summarize, we saw that there are two main bank-based ETFs. Instead of investing in individual bank stocks, we can go for these two ETFs. And we saw the chart analysis, we saw the zone of buying, we also saw the constituents of each and every ETF. And that's it for today's video. Guys, let me know your feedback in the comment. If you want me to bring further sectors, the videos of it, or perform any chart analysis, please let me know in the comments. And thank you so much.